What's going on, everybody? Guys, the title of this video pretty much tells you everything. Finally got hired. I finally got a job. But anyways, I wanted to make this video for a lot of our transitioning veterans. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about my struggles, some of the things that I had to deal with during my transition process. And maybe this will help you, maybe this won't. I'm going to try to make it as short and sweet to the point, and I may have to do a part 2 series just because I really don't like watching long extended videos. I'm sure you don't either. But anyways, guys, just want to let you know I recently accepted a job offer as a production supervisor with Will Scott. Will Scott is basically a construction company that deals with temporary offices for construction sites and building, creating extra extra classrooms for schools and hospitals and all kinds of stuff. So it's a $1 billion company. So I'm very happy to be part of them, and I'll be the production supervisor there. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the struggles that I went through during my transition process and how this can benefit you as you are getting ready to get out or recently got out of the military. First of all, if you're watching this video, thank you for your service. Thank you for serving our great country and being able to do the great things that you did for it. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my process, how it, what are some of the things that I've learned from a lot of this, and I hope that this helps you. So I would tell a lot of you that is as if, once you're, either getting out of the military or retiring like I did, I would tell all of you before you start looking for a job is complete your VA disability assessment first if you are applying for disability benefits, which I would urge everyone to do it because I think you deserve that. You've given a lot of your best years of your life to the military, and you should be compensated for that, and you should receive the medical care that you need for it. So I would urge you all to make sure that you are seeking your disability benefits. But once you get out of the military, that's the first thing you need to start doing. And depending on where you go, if you are near a VA facility, most of the time a lot of your appointments will be near the hospital. If you don't live near a VA hospital, then most of it will be contracted out to, certified doctors within the VA system, and they're the ones that are going to do the assessment. But the problem is that you're going from appointment to appointment. It usually is about 10 or 12 appointments that you're having to do for different things that you may be putting down for disability. For me, I have quite a few. I had 23 years of service. So, it kind of adds up. So for me, the process was a little longer, especially during the COVID season. It made it even more difficult. It took me almost 8 months to complete all of my appointments. Most of the time, it doesn't take you that long. Most of the time, you're doing everything within a month or two. So I would always urge you to make sure you get all your VA appointments, especially for your disability compensation, out of the way before you start really looking for a job. The reason why is that it's going to conflict with a lot of your interviews and stuff like that. And what I would tell you is don't reschedule a VA appointment unless you really, really need to, because sometimes they may be another month or two before they even see you. So that's the reason what I would tell you is to, don't miss your VA appointments. Okay. So once you've completed that, then I would urge you to kind of analyze yourself. Do a quick assessment of who you are and what you've done in the military. Some of you guys have done a lot of stuff that was logistically rated. You have a lot of leadership experience. You have a lot of other experience that a lot of civilian candidates may not have. For instance, for me, I was in an infantry. I was a tank. It was in a tank unit. I also have admin experience. But if I wanted to go into the HR field, they're usually looking for certain certifications which I didn't have, and I kind of didn't want to have continue to go through them because I was going through my master's program, and I felt that that was more important to me. But if you know you're going into something, and let's say you want to go into the HR field, I would tell you get all of those certifications out of the way so that makes you a more desirable candidate. Okay. But in my instance, being an infantry soldier, sometimes it's a harder assessment because you really don't stop and think about all the things that you actually did in the military. So do a good assessment of what you've done, and try to translate it into civilian terms in order for the employer to be more engaging in what you do. There are certain jobs that actually have a way for you to translate your military experience into civilian aspects of how they can be beneficial for a job that you may be applying for. So do a good analysis of your skills and all stuff like that. So the process, guys, the process is long. Understand that in some cases you are being, especially when you're applying for managerial positions, you are being interviewed at least 3 or 4 times. And it could be, from 3 or 4 days to a whole month and a half, and it's very hard. I find that the hiring process, the way civilians do things, it's very frustrating because you're used to doing things right away and getting stuff done, and working your way through systems, and being able to analyze your challenges and stuff like that. But just understand that process does not work in the civilian world. They're doing things at their level, even though they may put something like urgently hiring. Yeah, but to them, they're also looking at what is best for them and their ability to be an effective organization. So throughout this process, there's going to be a lot of failures. There's going to be a lot of interviews where you make mistakes, where you say the wrong thing, and that could be just from the way we do things in the military. Sometimes in the military, we're very blunt and we tell it like it is, or we tell it to you in a way that, we're non-transparent, But I think you have to choose your words very wisely when you are, going to interviews and stuff like that. Really practice what you're going to talk about. YouTube has a lot of great resources for you to kind of understand how interview processes really work. And and it's great. The other aspect that I want to talk about is references and help. Now, the great thing about the military is that they do help you. They do give you what they call the SFL tap. That's how it is in the military. It's basically a transition workshop, right? And I got my little certificate saying you've completed it, good to go. Well, actually, they start offering you that 18 months before you're getting ready to get out. I would tell you need to go to that twice. I would tell you to do that during the 18-month period, and I would tell you to do that like in the 6-month period before you're getting ready to do your terminal leave. The reason why is that things change, and then it's one of those things that you have to kind of refresh your memory and be able to help yourself, because if you're not really helping yourself, you're hurting yourself in the long run. And of course, there's a lot of other veterans organizations within this whole thing. You got Hire Heroes, you got a lot of your local, wherever you may live, there's actually a lot of local job fair resource groups that actually help you find a job. They help you with mock interviews. They help you with, they help you with a lot of things in order for you to be able to find what you're looking for. And not only that, but they try to find employers that are military friendly, that want folks that were in the military. You'd be surprised. There is a lot of employers that are very specific as to what they're looking for. And that happened to be with me. Will Scott was actually looking for somebody who had a military background, who had organizational skills, and also had SAP experience. Now, a lot of you guys know, like, what the hell is SAP? Well, if you ever use the OLS G or SAMZ, which is something that they're kind of transitioning into right now. These systems are SAP, meaning that they are the ones that are used for logistics in order for you to order stuff, for you to get updates on your work orders and stuff like that. Luckily for me, before I got out of the military, I was able to take a lot of these courses, and they helped me in landing this job. So what I would always tell you is look at, when I talk about analyze, not only analyze what you've done in the military, but also those systems that you used in the military and how they can be converted into the civilian world. So when I explained to them that I use SAP, to automatically, that put me in a level where I was kind of their number one candidate. There's other great resources, guys, and I wanted to talk to you about them. This happens to be one of the best transition books I've ever read in my life. Okay, this guy, his name is Herb Thompson. Herb Thompson is a retired Green Beret, and he is very analytical in the way he explains the process. What are some of the failures? What you need to look for. It's about 100 pages, about 102 pages. This book is. It's great, guys. It's probably one of the best books I've ever read. He kind of breaks it down in military terms and kind of breaks it down to you as to how you should approach it, especially when it comes to interviews, when it comes to saying your thank you emails and all this kind of stuff, guys. So it's a very comprehensive book for being 101 pages. He kind of broke it down into grunt level. But thank you, Herb. And I actually had a chance to chat with him over through LinkedIn, and being able to kind of ask him questions, and he's very, very helpful. He really loves to help veterans out. So Herb Thompson is a great guy, and it's a great resource for you guys. By the way, this book costs you $4.99 at the start of this video on Amazon. Okay, some of you guys spend $4.99 on a freaking Starbucks. Okay, so buy yourself this book. It is probably the best $5 you'll ever spend in your life. Guarantee it. No buts about it. And also share this with another person. This is a great gift for a lot of our transition veterans out there. So Herb Thompson, guys, the Transition Mission is probably one of the best books I've ever read. I would highly, highly suggest you guys read this book. It'll help you tremendously. Okay, guys. In closing, guys, I think I kind of talked a little bit about some of the process, some of the things that you will find. You will be surprised when I said understand your failures. I was rejected plenty of times. I got plenty of thank you for applying, but we feel there are other candidates that are best suit our needs. Thank you for applying, blah blah blah. I received over 25 of those emails, and every one of them sucked. Every one of them pissed me the hell off. But don't take it personal, guys. The way you have to look at this is learn from every mistake. Just like when you make mistakes when you're training and you did your AAR, your after action review. Think of it that way. Learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. Become a better person, and kick ass next time you do another interview. The hiring process for transition veterans, it's horrible, guys. If any of you guys ever want to contact me, please leave me your email, a way for me to contact you. I'll be more than happy to share, all the things that I was able to do during my transition mission. And I wish everyone the best of luck. I hope that you guys got something out of this video. My purpose is just to help a lot of our veterans out there. I think sometimes there isn't enough information for a lot of our transition veterans, and I think the best way to help another veteran is by linking them with other veterans who have gone through the same process. I will be putting links of other organizations that can help you. There's ACP, and there's all kinds of other organizations that are veteran organizations that are veteran friendly, that are willing to help you find a job. Okay, all of you have done a great job and service for your country. There is no need for you to continue not to serve or help any other organization. All of you can be an asset to any other company out there, guys. And I really urge everyone out there to look at it in that aspect, okay? I think I've gone 15 minutes. I think my time is up, guys. I don't want to make it longer than what it needs to. But thank you all for your service. Thank you for the spouses that have helped us serve, and all of our great family who support a lot of our service members. Thank you all. Really appreciate your time, and I hope you got something out of this video. Of course, I'll be putting down my email address. If any of you guys want to contact me directly, I'm more than happy to help. All right, guys, that's all I got. Like always, God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and I'm out.